Hi guys, it's me. Just giving you guys a little update on. Oh, my hands are dirty. Giving you a little update on what's going on with Dungeons and Cosmonauts lately. So, the show's still gonna keep going, and you guys are still gonna be able to enjoy it and whatnot. But the only change is I'm going to be posting them. Like it's still staying on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday the episodes are going to come out at least before like 10 p.m. They're still going up on Wednesdays. The only difference is going to be that we are not going to be putting out a notification for it, because we don't really like clogging our notification feed with, you know, the streams, the regular videos, Dungeons and Cosmonauts. We want to try to keep the notifications for the really big release for videos and stuff like that. So that way you guys still get your show. You know to expect it on Wednesdays. If it's not coming out, you know, if we're delaying it or something, we'll let you know on Twitter or something. We'll get the message out that something's going on. But we're just not going to have notifications for it. So just, you have to keep your eyes open every Wednesday for the videos from now on. This is the last one that's going to be notified to you guys. Just so you know, just so you guys all know to expect it on that day, and just keep your eyes on the page. But yeah, that's going to be it. Enjoy the show, guys. Peace out. We have met with Nereza, who is sitting holding this goblin by the ears. Rowan, you walk up. I assume you walk up
Tell
to her.
him you're going to pee his butt.
Just conga line up to her. The goblin's he's in pain, but he's...
To him, that might not be a threat.
What do you guys...
You'll lose your ears if you don't tell us how to get into that wall over there.
He's about to lose his life.
Yeah, your ears.
You're gonna kill my friends!
We're not gonna kill anybody. We're on a mission.
What makes you think we're gonna kill them?
We won't have to kill you if you just give us the answers we want. If you're so desperate to die, then I'll kill you.
You won't hurt us.
No.
I promise.
What do you
Wait,
want to know?
I want to look into his eyes.
You're too far away.
I have a piece of beef jerky.
What are you gonna do with it?
I want to wave. I'll give you this.
He looks
as
up.
a token of our friendship.
I'm also here.
That's a meat rope from Roland's rope.
Can you let me go? She's hurting me.
Only if you ask nicely.
Please!
Alright. I just dropped him.
That was easy.
You drop him, and
Yeah.
he tries to back away a little bit.
If you move, I will kill you. Don't move.
I thought we were friends. I was giving you some jerky.
He can be our friend if he doesn't hurt us.
What is your name, Goblin?
It's Marky.
It's Mickey.
I actually don't have this.
It's a monkey.
It's a monkey.
It's a monkey.
His name is Mugu.
Okay.
Oh,
That's racist.
Hi, Mugu. Now listen.
My name is Sir Mugu the Second.
Oh, you're a sir. You're a knight.
Don't talk down to me.
Wonderful. What a cute
Mrs.
name.
Magoo.
Oh.
How far does this hallway go?
Sir Mugu.
Sir Mugu.
Please.
Mr. Mugu.
I put my jerky back in my bag.
Why are you here?
We just wanted to find a way through this cave.
Why? How did you find this?
We honestly just... For lack of a better word, as they
What are we
say.
laughing at?
We fucked our way in.
We thrust ourselves upon the situation.
You fucked the wall? How did you know the secret password?
Gave that wall a good dick.
How did you get here? How did you know where we were?
It was purely accidental.
I wouldn't call that an accident.
A happy accident. So what are you guys saying to him? What else are we asking him?
Just let us through that wall there. That's
Is there
all.
any way to pass through your home without hurting any
There's
of
no
you?
way through. This is just our home. The only entrance or exit is that wall
Wait.
where you came from.
How come the
If
original
you're-
goblin didn't say anything along the lines of that?
He was scared. You guys are being scary.
Hold
You're
on,
scared
folks.
too.
Excuse me, Mr. Mugu.
Yes.
I have a question. Do you happen to know of any sort of chest or treasure, something of that nature?
You're here to hunt the treasure.
No.
Taking the treasure.
we
You're
are not.
hunters.
No, listen. Listen to me. Listen. We heard about this.
He's sweating. Beads of sweat rolling down his forehead.
Sweats profusely.
Now listen, I recommend you do not lie because I cannot control what my friend Nereza will do to you if you do.
Your hunters and chest hunters have come before and they hurt us.
We don't plan on hurting you this time, though.
I don't believe you.
We're trying to get down.
She said she'll kill me.
We're trying
Only
to get,
if you misbehave.
We're trying to get to the bottom of a situation here, Mr. Mugu. We were lied to. We were sent here as hunters, but we are not hunters any longer. And if we solve this problem, no one will come back here ever again.
Persuasion check.
A moment of truth. Or a moment of lies.
Paragon points.
Okay, I'm gonna use inspiration.
All right.
Please.
You had 2. 14 plus what?
14 plus now.
I'm giving you advantage because I like the words you're saying. So roll it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, 14.
All right.
So
So
it's double that. It's 28.
it's still all right.
Exactly.
I put into consideration what you say. You know what I mean? He is convinced.
Yes.
You have convinced him. Then leave your weapons, please.
We can't do that.
Why? We won't hurt you. Just leave your weapons.
How can we have that guarantee when you have all these trap levers laying
He
around?
is a knight.
We are goblins of our word. We have been taught honor.
Truly, can I like detect lies in his
Yeah,
voice?
can I get a perception check on that?
Make an insight check, both of you.
You've been taught honor by who, may I ask?
That's
Let
16.
them make their checks first.
16.
10
You
plus.
tell that he is telling
3.
the truth.
Everyone,
You don't think he knows how to lie.
that's so beautiful. That's the most beautiful thing I've heard.
Oh, God.
So everybody, listen. He's truthful in his words. He's an honorable knight, my friend, Mr. Mugu here.
Yes.
If we drop our things here, is there a promise that they will not be taken? They won't be hidden.
We
from
won't
us?
keep them.
You'll let us.
We don't
able
keep
to
treasure.
return our weapons.
We'll give them back.
You don't keep treasure, but you have one in this cave.
It's ours.
Okay, so if we leave our things here, they won't be messed with. We can come and return
Yes.
to them. All right, everyone. I recommend we drop our weapons here.
I dropped the hand axe.
Well, hold on. I'll get someone to get them. I'm not going. I won't run away.
Okay, I believe you. I promise, guys. He's good, and you know me. I'm kind of scared of people, and I side-eye Merrick, and I'm like, I'm watching you. Anyways,
No reason wants to blow.
He seems flattered. He's like,
oh.
You don't trust me.
I don't trust this goblin. Goblins are not to be trusted.
no one's
What?
asking you.
You're being paid by us to do what we say.
Merrick, you're under our employ.
You're right.
Drop your things.
I'm directly behind Merrick, right?
Yes. I
If
need you to
you're-
make a perception check.
Okay.
I want to talk to Merrick.
What are you gonna say to him?
If you're scared, Merrick, I'll hold your hand.
She
Are you
blushes.
trying to flirt with
She
him?
No,
blushes
she doesn't
under-
blush. She's just like fucking like
Merrick just like looks at you like.
very determined.
Alright, so
Perception check, yes.
Johan did his perception check. What'd you get?
10.
All right. So you don't know something.
I'm gonna like side-eye Merrick one more time and go, so help me, if you sneak a weapon in here, Merrick, your head will be taken off of your shoulders just as fast as any of these goblins would if they weren't so nice.
Make an intimidation check.
While she's intimidating him, I'm sneaky. Can I frisk him, see if he has a hidden dagger?
You're behind.
I'm right behind Merrick.
Is
Oh, you are.
intimidation?
Yeah, make a perception check. Actually, I told him to do it.
Yeah, I thought I was behind Merrick.
17.
I'm mixing it up.
Everyone
Now.
got mixed up.
Yeah, but hey, you don't need the
Yeah.
board, right? Gotta just remember our line order.
Just saying.
16.
16. You notice that Merrick was trying, and he is now
Trying, and I was like,
Yeah, he's decided not to.
no.
He takes 2 daggers out now, and his longsword. He unbuckles it from his, and the Mugu has wrapped a tap on the wall, and it's slid open a little bit like. He like whispers,
Can I hear it?
and then you hear back like. You just hear make a perception check actually.
Oh, I don't
You don't
hear
hear
a thing.
So after a moment, 2 goblins kind of walk out, and then they walk up and they take your guys' things. I assume you guys pass them down the conga line.
Do I recognize these goblins?
No,
The one that I fought earlier, he's not around?
not around.
Because I want to give him my dagger.
You can tell that they are wearing different colors.
Wait,
Okay.
do they take everything, like, or just our
They
weapons?
take all your weapons.
Just your weapon.
They leave your bags.
My staff isn't exactly a weapon.
Yeah, because I have a walking stick. Technically.
Yeah, we should be able to.
They want those.
We should be able to.
They
Even
want
our
it.
walking sticks?
Listen,
Sorry,
would you
Mr.
part an old man from his walking stick?
They don't know human physiology.
We
I'm
know
like
we know
800.
magic comes out of sticks sometimes. Give us all your sticks too, please.
That's a very crude word for my staff.
Big stick.
They're called stabs, Mr. Mugu.
Stabs. Strong sticks.
Wonderful.
Do you also
And
want our Roland's ropes?
Don't mention the
No,
ropes.
you can keep your ropes, even though we do want them.
They're really nice ropes.
Yes, they are. He looks at the camera and winks.
So,
Who doesn't want one?
Mr. Mugu,
ropes coming to a location near you.
can you also apologize to the 3 of your companions, your like comrades that we happened to have harmed along our way? We were scared too.
They're in the infirmary now.
Oh,
You
my
can
God.
apologize to them later.
The infirmary.
Hey, they're goblins.
Sorry,
Infirmatory.
infirmary.
When I hand him my short sword, can I ask him to give it to the one that I wrestled with?
You can do that.
Okay.
I'll let you know when later.
Okay.
And he whispers to the other goblin.
Can I hear it?
He says he's gonna give it to the other one. He's gonna give it to
Gary.
Mungie.
Gary.
Oric.
Oric.
Aww.
I fucking hate
I'm like
that
so
name.
touched by these goblins and their sweetness.
This is all I wanted.
This
So
is wonderful.
the 2 goblins, they nod and they carry all your stuff away through the wall.
I love goblins.
So
Except I still have my short sword.
no,
He
they
takes
take-
it and he's
they
gonna
take
let
all
me
your
give it
guys'
to
stuff.
him. Okay.
So you guys go ahead and you walk. He leads you through this door now.
Is this that sliding door on the left?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now this is much wider. You guys can actually all fit in here more comfortably, and it's also lit with torches. And
So no walking order?
you guys just walking
Alright,
normal.
Cool.
He's walking through. It kind of like it goes outward cone style.
Cool.
I'm kind of like just when we're walking and we see all the torches, I just want to do thaumaturgy on a few of them, just for fun, out of
What
boredom.
are you doing?
Just turning them blue and green and whatnot.
He Mugu turns back and says, "Who's doing that?
Isn't that cool?
Why?
Just little tricks.
Stop it!"
Okay.
Okay, we're sorry. Do you have any goblin wizards?
And then I use
Yes.
thaumaturgy to repeat his "stop it"
So
from
what,
another location.
No,
what colleges have they gone to? Where'd they graduate from?
I don't know what that means.
So, you don't go to school?
What? No, what? I don't know what that means.
Jeez, God.
School.
If we're all talking to Mr. Mugu, I want to like lead really close to his face and be like, a goblin killed my pet scorpion once.
Sorry.
For all goblins, he's sorry.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
She just leans back.
He keeps walking and leading you.
Can you tell me a bit about your king, Mr. Mugu?
No,
No, not a bit?
he likes to talk about himself more.
Oh,
What kind
wonderful.
of man is he?
Not a man, a king.
Miss
you
Magoo,
related
can we
to
have those
him?
riddles now?
I don't know what you mean.
What kind of king is he? Is he a merciful king? A
Strong
lord-
king.
A strong
Oh,
king.
Are you related to this king?
No.
I have a
Is he
question
also-
for you, Sir Mugu the second. Is this king also a goblin?
Yes. I don't know.
Don't know.
You don't know if
I
he's
think so.
Does he not look
He
like
stops
you?
and he thinks about it for a second.
Alright.
Rock
And
his
as you
world.
guys are, as he
Duly noted.
as he's like, you stop and you see that he's by a stone door, and he goes and he like slides it open. Not stone door, it's wood. He goes and opens the door and he calls out in Goblin. He says, he yells for another goblin to come out, and then a little goblin comes out. He's wearing he's shirtless, but he has like the chainmail pants on. And he walks on. He's like, ah! He sees all of you and he's scared. And the other one, he says to him in Goblin, he says, "Don't worry, they're safe." He says, "Is the king a goblin?" in Goblin. And the other goblin says, I think so.
Thanks.
and then he like looks at you all skeptically and he goes back in his room.
wonderful. When
You guys see that there are doors like lining.
Wait, did he just open like a little eye hole for like someone's room?
No, it's,
Oh,
he opened
okay.
the whole door, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like just popped out. I don't know. I think so.
Is
I
that
don't think we ever really thought about it. We just assumed.
Can we meet him at some point?
Yeah, right now.
wonderful.
I'm assuming he's watching the treasure we'd like to see. Just see, we don't want to take.
Yes.
No?
I mean,
Well, no, I don't know how to answer that.
the more specific question, does he look like you?
Bigger.
Bigger.
Right.
You'll see. He walks. This leads you guys down the hallway.
Salim is flipping through his notes.
He walks past a door, and the door has like a really crudely painted sword with an axe crossing.
Oh, okay.
It says,
Yeah.
"That's where your stuff is. Please
Great.
don't take it, unless we tell you to."
Is that door locked?
Yes.
Great.
Alright.
with magic.
Peleus.
Wait, I didn't. No, it's just locked.
Magic.
Peleus, I remember the Count told us that he has terrible vision.
Are you referring
The
to the king?
Yes.
I see.
So we should be very polite about that.
I appreciate your concern about our politeness.
I'm sorry, visage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a different word, my
Yes.
friend.
Yep.
I'm still learning to read.
My friends.
So he's ugly, you say?
No, he's handsome.
He
What
is
does
very
visage
handsome.
Yes,
Lovely.
What does that mean?
not the handsomest.
What?
Wait, no.
Visage.
Yes, he is. I don't
here.
know.
Rowan prepares her
doesn't know.
D20 for a hotness
achy.
check on the king.
He's the fucking
She's
crab
ready,
from
she's like-
Moana.
All right, so he keeps walking you guys, and he points. You guys get to a room on the right with the door. There's no door. It's just this wider gap, and you see that there's tables, and it's like a mess hall for the goblins. He's like, that's where you eat.
Oh, food.
What do goblins eat besides scorpions?
We don't eat scorpions. They're bad for you.
Interesting.
I beg to
Actually,
differ.
they're full of very good cholesterol.
We goblins eat normal food like you.
Like what? What's your favorite
Wait,
food?
no, he says like us.
Like us.
He eats food like us.
Yes.
Oh,
He eats us.
you eat?
Whoa!
Chicken and
Human.
meat and bread.
You have chickens here?
No,
Oh,
but other meat.
okay.
What's your favorite?
I like chicken.
Good to know.
He keeps walking.
Is any of the meat hanging up that we can see from the
You
kitchens?
can't. You see that there is like another room where
Okay.
there's little
Kitchen.
goblins
Rowan
pulling
has
out
whipped
food.
out a scroll and she's like frantically writing, likes chicken.
Other goblins eat people sometimes, but we aren't allowed to.
How does it smell?
What?
I'm not asking him. I'm
Oh,
asking you.
it smells okay.
Must
You can tell, like, you know when you just take a chicken breast and you put it on, like, you're not seasoning or anything, you're just cooking food.
Oh, so I smell food?
You smell food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
around the
mess
mess
hall.
hall, yeah.
Nereza wants to take a step back and stand near Randy and give him a little present.
Randy's looking around like, he's like confused. and,
Okay,
like,
so she
uncomfortable.
just like taps his horn.
Ah, what?
I have
Stop touching my
something
horns.
for you.
What?
She just like pulls out the little.
the wooden thing.
I
The
made
mini
it.
Randy.
Okay, he takes it and he hands it back.
And then she just like doesn't wordlessly just keep pushing it back in its
He
direction.
holds on and he puts it in his pocket and says, and he doesn't say anything, he just nods and looks confused.
And then she just walks away and goes, he loves it.
Oh my god.
So you guys are continue walking. I am gonna say that you think you have a friendship point with Merrick,
Friendship point question mark.
but you don't know how he is.
Well,
taking
she,
it.
in her mind, again, friendship point with Randy. She's only calling this guy Randy. Like, even when someone says Merrick, she goes, who's that? Like,
So you guys are continue walking down the
Mess hall.
yeah. And you get to the end of the hallway, and there's two big doors. These doors are carved much nicer. You can tell they probably weren't made by goblins. So he knocks on the door, and then no one answers. It might take a minute.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Oh.
He doesn't always answer right away.
how old are
Hey,
you?
Johan.
I'm 14.
14.
Yes.
I'm older.
Goblins have short lives.
What is the age of manhood in your...
Manhood, goblinhood.
Sure.
23.
I want to ask Johan if he recognizes where these doors are from, or who these doors are from. Because he is
He's
a
a treasure
dungeon
hunter.
delver.
He is a dungeon delver, treasure
I
hunter.
am. I want to do a
Tell me, Indy.
History check.
Mr. Jones.
history check.
A
Yeah. I'm
goblin
gonna give you
belongs
advantage
in
because I do think that you would know this sort of thing in your studies.
What?
That's gonna be enough. You can tell that they are dwarven.
Ah.
So
King
these-
under the mountain.
Celine, these look dwarven. No goblin could have crafted something this.
No, our
Meticulous.
dwarf made them.
You have a dwarf.
dwarf?
Yes.
Is he a slave?
No.
He's just a friend?
Yes.
Is his beard mighty?
Yes.
Is he an inventor?
No.
Oh.
I like his short answers.
Thanks.
Is he your slave?
No slave.
Oh.
Do you have slaves?
What's his
No.
name?
Not allowed to have slaves.
What's his
Knight.
name?
Felsic.
Gary.
Say.
How long's Felsic been friends with you all?
Years.
Since before you were born.
No.
Now does he also make your armor and weapons too, I assume?
Yes.
Oh, what a nice guy.
What's his favorite
Nice
color?
dwarf.
Nice dwarf.
What?
Nothing.
How much
Okay.
time has passed?
Do
Someone's been
goblins have
interrogating this
restrooms?
goblin.
Do you really want her to have to go to the restroom?
No, she wants to know where they shit and stuff like that.
In the pots.
Ew.
That
The ones they
seems
cook with?
rather unsanitary.
Not the cooking pots.
Oh.
It's an end, my friends.
So, and then you hear enter through the door, and then you
Hope his face is.
Okay, it's time now.
All right, hotness check. Here we go.
you
We all get ready.
he slides
Yeah.
open the door, and an orc walks out. And the orc says,
He's ugly.
He's okay.
the orc says, the king will see you all now.
Okay, it wasn't him. We're all like,
We all think you're very handsome.
But the orc is wearing like
The
the orc
reason
is,
clears your throat, she's like,
the orc is wearing a very nice tunic, and he's not like
He should be wearing a suit like Alfred.
he's not like a thug. He's more like a steward.
He seems thin. He seems thinner than orcs.
For all
you see.
pennies worth.
Okay.
He's not like a brutish orc. He's a full orc, not a half orc.
So in
How does he
Orcish,
fit
I
in
will
here?
say, well met, sir.
Yes, well met. He says.
Has
in
this
Orcish.
hallway gotten larger?
Yeah, it got a little
Okay.
bigger. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
This-
said
this
he
is
said
all-
when we walked through the
here.
wall, it ended
Yeah.
up cone
You
shaped.
guys
We're
can
all
almost
walking,
sit.
like-
You guys can almost stand.
I'm not
shoulder
in
to
the
shoulder.
back, like unable to.
No, we're
hear
kind of like
anything.
shoulder to
Okay.
shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are sort
Um,
of shoulder to shoulder, kind of like person,
Yeah.
person.
But this
Okay.
orc.
I'm gonna
is not struggling
take
to-
note about that. Now that I've noticed that these are more advanced goblins and they have a dwarf working with them, and dwarven doors, and an orc butler, I'm gonna start being very, very alert about everything.
Okay. So you guys, he opens the door, and you see what is kind of like a makeshift goblin throne room, with a creature sitting on a.
And I'm going to I'm going to stand next to Paley.
Okay, it's fine. You guys are okay. Your marching order doesn't matter in this room.
Okay.
You guys, you see this kind of like a animal skin like red carpet sort of
Oh.
leading up to him. It's kind of like patchwork and like shitty, but it's
It's like a red
The
carpet,
red
but
is
it's made out of
blood.
animals.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it leads up to this throne, which is carved out of stone. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty
stone
decent,
throne.
pretty decent looking throne, and on it is sitting this hideous, bulbous green creature.
so he looks like the goblin
He
from
got a one.
Nature.
He's super
Can I do a
ugly.
nature
God, I
check?
gotta-
Oh my god, that 20! She thinks he's so
She just
fucking
thinks
hot.
he is beautiful.
She is from another land.
See, it's like Looney Tunes on like the. It's like. I just wanted to raise it a little an audible
roll?
gasp.
No, I
like a-
shot him.
Oh, you shot?
Can I do a nature check to figure out what he is?
Rowan's gonna throw up a little.
I will do the same.
I got a 2. I
Nothing
think
you recognize.
you got a 1.
Nothing to see here.
That's a crit fail.
Wait, can I also do
Hotness check.
a Marcus?
You
Can I
should
also
buy
do a
that.
nature
We can
check?
all do
Because
a
I,
nature check.
yeah, I
Do it.
have like.
You guys want to try to see what he is with the nature check?
Yeah.
You may do that.
11.
Are we all doing nature checks?
No, I need
Nat 20
15.
+1.
You know that he is not. There's no creature that really like. If you think of all the creatures you know about,
So
you can't
a
think
lot.
of you can't think of one that he would be.
I'd like to
He doesn't look like a normal creature. He looks too hideous to be like a natural born.
Remember, she thinks he's hot. So
Okay,
you
but I'm
can't-
saying like he looks unnatural. He doesn't look like a natural born creature like
Okay.
of this
Natural
world
born
that
To
you know.
you,
Arcana
he
check.
got the best plastic.
He has like
surgery in the world.
picture like
There
book
was a-
Quasimodo, except bigger, fatter, with more zits and pus oozing out of him.
Because
Like,
I'm
looks like
picturing
the
the
dad
Hobbit
in part 4.
goblin.
You're the Hobbit Goblin.
I'm picturing the goblin
Okay,
from the
that's his
Hobbit.
dad.
so-
Yeah.
I'm
You got a
picturing the goblin
beak
from
and
the
shit.
Hobbit.
Yeah, it's kind
But
of like that.
green.
It's kind of like that, but there's other than like there's nothing that sort of looks like that goblin in D&D.
Can I Arcana check it?
You may Arcana check.
Can I just pull a picture of the Hobbit goblin? Because like
Do-
in my mind, I'm not.
He looks like that. Yes, he
Do
looks
we
like
see?
that.
Do we see the chest or any treasure
You don't
chest?
see anything other than like the torches that are along the wall leading up to this throne room.
Do you remember the little goblin?
And a door. There was a door behind him.
Do you remember the little goblin that's like in that bucket on like the the zip line in The Hobbit?
Sort of.
Remember he's like the little Muppet looking dude?
I vaguely remember this.
Does he look like that?
No, he looks like the Goblin King in The Hobbit.
The one with the big
He's-
boy.
he's
No, I know. I just
Yeah.
like I like
okay.
the little one that's in like a bucket.
That
already
movie's a
stuck
fever
with the
dream
way
to me.
I'm
It's
thinking.
so
So weird.
fucking
Yeah,
long.
He's
I
the
got
dad from
you.
part 4 for me.
But you can
Just
see that he
bigger
has
guy.
strands. He has
So
strands
bad.
of dark hair and white hair.
Okay.
He is dark, like he's a dark green.
Okay.
Okay, he's not like pale like the guy, like the Hobbit Goblin, but he is like he looks
So
like
he's
that,
a green like an orc.
but
in
dark
Oblivion.
green and with strands of black, gray, and white hair.
I've
Okay.
never wanted fan art. in
So
my
he's a
life.
booger.
And his face is also a little more asymmetrical. Like his one eye is lower than the other.
He's
Like,
just
The goblin in the Hobbit, so
Get a stroke, we
he's
don't
the
make
same
fun of
kind of
him.
face.
so that's
this is
basically.
my head.
So you guys walk up to him
Peleus is just like
and he says, "Hello."
I want to raise it a step forward because she's already like very comfortable with
She
what
says,
this man looks.
"My lord."
Yeah, she takes a knee because she like knows respect. She's like understands the social construct of like a man being in charge, so she's all right with like taking a knee for this guy.
Okay, so
I'm gonna whisper over to Peleus. When we get a chance, I'll make a distraction for when the treasure is around. Not now, but I'm just saying be ready in time.
okay.
Merrick says, "Yes, good idea."
And then I
Wait,
turn
was
back
he
to-
standing next to me?
Merrick's near you guys.
Alright, so she took a knee and she's just like,
The goblin says, he says to the king, "They wanted to talk to you."
that we did.
Rowan's gonna flourish her cape and also like bow and go, hello, well, hello.
No need to bow. Please rise. He motions for you to stand up.
So she
Yeah,
stands
we
like
Are you all here to hurt?
Nereza starts floating.
Are you here to hurt my children?
she starts walking on the ceiling again.
Absolutely not, my lord. We have dropped our weapons in a sign of peace. We
Yes.
only come for your well-being and to get to the bottoms of some dastardly trick that's been played on
And to
us.
show you good favor, we bring you gifts. I pull out my last apple tart.
And I pull out
And-
a Roland rope.
That will not be necessary. Wait, is that Roland's rope?
He's
It
watching his weight.
is! Would you like a piece, sir? It's me.
He's made
Meat rope.
edible rope.
Yes! Isn't it great? Barbecue rope.
No, I'm fine, but
So-
that is interesting
so
to know
you're-
of what has been going on since I've been gone.
Why
So you
gotta
are
leave?
the king.
I am the king of Cedarwood, or I once was.
Wonderful. What happened to you, sir?
He coughs and he like coughs up like this green sludge.
This
And then the orc,
Nereza like runs her hands together like cause she's like a natural
orc, like,
scientist. and
runs
she's
over,
like,
like-
oh yeah.
and he just like wipes off his face, and he just like runs back.
Can Nereza like ask to approach him? Because remember, she's a scientist at heart. Like she's
What does
into
she? How
like,
does she? She has to
physical
say what she wants
anatomy.
to say. What does she want to say?
Say words.
Your Majesty, may I approach you?
Keep your distance, please.
I have
Until I know I can trust you all.
right. When that time comes, I have quite a specialty in anatomy of multiple creatures, and I'd like to get a closer look at your ailments.
I don't think you have anything that may cure me.
Is it of a magical nature?
I am cursed, I believe.
Your Highness,
Can I?
we've been
Sorry.
told a number of things.
He looks at
What?
both of you.
What exactly happened to you?
Let me look at my story real quick.
Can I?
Story arc
Can I?
last time on
Can I
Dragon Ball
spy?
Z.
Can I spy that their crown on his head?
He doesn't have a crown. No, he doesn't have a crown.
Wait, what?
No.
But he's
What
supposed
kind of
to.
king?
That's
He's
just
just in
notes.
charge.
He doesn't have a crown on his head, no. Okay, sorry. I looked at my story. So I remember
I'm gonna
now.
sit down.
What do you ask him
That's
again?
fine.
Sorry.
Johan.
It's been a while since I thought you guys were gonna get to this story thread earlier, but
Yep.
But
me too.
I do want.
No,
I know
we
I
just had
asked
to run
you,
out of the hallway.
I know everything that I just talked to you about happened out of character, but I want Salim to take note that there is no crown, even though he remembers.
Yeah.
He was looking through his notes when they were walking through the caves, and he remembered the
Until
crown.
one.
yeah.
And now there's no crown.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So, what do you ask him?
I was just, Your Highness, we've been told a number of things about you, and you just disappeared from what I've understood. What exactly happened?
I fled.
You fled the city?
Yes.
Your crown
I was
city?
framed for the death of my wife. I was chased out of town for my appearance. They thought
By
I was
who?
a beast.
By whom? Sorry.
Nereza just turns like this like suit staggers.
What do you all know? What have you been told?
Can we like info dump about
They're not open.
He was like,
Cedarwood?
"Bleh."
Yeah,
So
but
Okay, so you blare out with the information you do know. He says, I will tell you exactly what has happened. Long ago, you guys.
So fade
Can
to
we
a
sit?
Deathly Hallows animation.
You guys faded the Death House in.
I sit.
It's more like a Zelda transition.
Okay.
Kind of like,
Tapestry.
kind of like,
Fuzzy on the
so it's like,
outside.
yeah, like the tapestry kind of thing. So, I ruled the land a number of years ago with my wife. She was unable to birth a child, so I went to
Did it myself.
I went to my
Nice.
advisor, the Duke that you met with, presumably the one who is still there, that Cretan. He organized for what he called a sorcerer to cast a spell that may cure my wife and make her able to birth a child, so we can have an heir. It was not my idea; it was hers. I was against it the whole time. Unfortunately, this sorcerer, this sorcerer cast a spell on me, creating what you see before you.
Sorry. I remember this movie called Princess and the Frog that doesn't exist in this.
Hold on a second. I have to go through one more.
He starts singing when we're human. Like, he goes through the whole song.
All the goblins are in on it.
When?
It turns out that it's actually Rapunzel's daddy.
All right, so in this form, I am less physically capable than I normally was at my peak, at the peak of in my prime.
He's a really bad storyteller.
Sorry.
It's okay, he's blubbering up like
Yeah.
green goop.
Damn it.
Nurse just coughs. Yeah.
They had the mercenaries working for the Duke had my wife killed. I was framed for it, and the town believed him. They thought me to be a raving beast who was cursed with madness, and I was forced to flee, taking what possessions I could. That proved my lineage. I fled to these mountains where I met with the goblins. They believed for me to be one of them, stronger and more powerful than them. I have maintained some of my combat prowess, and I proved my worth to them, and in time I learned to lead them, to lead a better life.
Is the sorcerer that cursed you still around?
No, I believe he has fled, but I will never forget him.
His name.
So you
I
could
don't
give
know
us
his name, but
a face.
I never saw his face, but he had antlers. It was bizarre.
Like a Wendigo?
I believe him to be elven in nature, but more of a druidic background. I've heard of high druids.
Could you give me an idea of what his... Because she wants to know if he's in, like, which circle he's in. Because she knows, like, each circle has
How's
her
she gonna
own.
convey this to him?
Maybe, like, a sigil? Like, because I know, like, each circle
He
has...
wore no markings.
Was there any type of skill or certain type of specialty that he exhibited while he cast his spell? Color, perhaps?
It was an unnatural magic.
Would you say it was a dark magic?
I can only assume so.
Because then that he could be in the
Leading
circle
to
of,
my...
like, the moon.
leading to how I...
What did you see when you did see him?
All I know is he was an elf.
Rowan.
He had a gray beard, and the rest of his face was covered by his hood. But his antlers protruded from his hood as well.
I want to check, like, if I know historically of any, like, famous druids.
History check.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Wait, where's the book? Because I want to see if there's some kind of specific mark. Because, like, I know with my
He said there's
my
no
circle.
markings.
Well, no, with my circle, there's like I have the spider climb and the web, right?
No,
so
that's
if she
your
asks
circle
him,
and your sect of that circle, because it goes by biome and where you're what region you're
right,
from.
but it's still in this. But it's also in the circle though too. It's in my
Yes.
my own circle.
Circle of the land, yes.
So that's why I want to ask him if there was if there's a style the way he casts a spell that like is reminiscent of one of the circles.
I don't remember, but it was he was using the earth to cast his spells.
So it's in her own circle basically. So it sounds like.
He's just telling me what he knows. I don't know much of magic. I'm sorry.
Does this sound at all to Salim like it might be what he encountered, like sort of what he encountered in the forest? With his spirit guide.
You aren't sure, but you know that only that The antlers are a sign of your deity. They
Right.
are your deity's symbol. Yes.
Right. Okay.
And your god is the god of balance, right?
I think so.
I still feel it.
You
Spent to pay.
Oh no. Pre-order bonuses.
I think it was the god of balance, right? Your antler dude,
Yes.
Antler
mine.
lady.
lady. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
Julie Andrews.
Mary
So
Poppins.
you said
Julie
this was-
Andrews.
You said
Oh,
this
yeah.
was some druid and the Duke?
Hired him, yes, well, or so I can assume. Tasked him with cursing me. They killed my wife, and I was forced to flee.
Now, why would the Duke do something like this to you?
I believe he wanted my possessions, my treasure, and he wanted to take over as leader of the land.
We
Your
mu-
treasure.
Did he get those possessions?
No, I managed to take my crown and my heirlooms.
Rowan is gonna start to thumb
He
through
he
her.
pauses when he says heirlooms.
Rowan wants to thumb through her scrolls to see if she knows of any curses that could have done this. To try to like,
So, Arcana check.
yeah. Haha! Finally something good. So
What is
that's like 25.
You know that it is in the land you've heard of dark druidic magic.
Uh-huh.
But it is very rare. It's like the dark arts, basically, of druid magic.
If since Nerys is a druid, could she like feel this out? Like,
You have to try Arcana check.
Okay.
Just try to see.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Like, you have a better chance.
yeah, like what I'm like, would she? Do I get an
You have
advantage as a druid? Okay.
Advantage on Arcana check, yes.
What happened to your crown?
15,
Roll again.
Oh. What happened to your crown?
I have it stowed.
Okay.
11, so 15.
You haven't heard of this sort of magic.
I'm gonna go. So I believe it was a dark druidic magic. I learned about it in my studies in the Sunspire Wizardry College.
Sure.
Yes, I
Get it back
believe
on.
you may be correct.
Do you happen to know my
it's
father?
Who's your father?
He's
Okay.
the high inventor of
Sorry.
that big city.
You forgot the city you're from?
Oh my god.
The big city with the map.
Waterdeep.
What?
Oh, wait, no.
No,
Oh.
not the City of Splendors.
Alphaeus.
Alphaeus, the
Yes.
high inventor of Alphaeus.
What's his name? What, you gonna say the name of your dad?
He was just the high inventor. Oh, high inventor Van
Looks at
Gant.
hand. Borobo.
I've heard of Van Gant, but I've never met him myself.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Are you of his blood?
I am, yes, I am his daughter, and I've studied a lot of magic, and I feel that we can find a way to reverse the horrible curse that has been thrust upon you and restore you to your rightful place as King of Cedarwood.
Are you sure?
Right, Nereza?
Why would you do this?
Well, Your Majesty.
I still know nothing of you all.
A question for you before we go any further. Was there anyone that would be able to attest to your goodness and your rightful place on the throne? Because this is going to be a lot of effort and quite a lot of...
It would be difficult to explain my predicament to the masses if it came to that.
So there's no one in High Court that could vouch for you if, let's say, we cured you and brought you back. It takes a lot to earn
Anyone who
people's
spoke
trust.
against the Duke has probably been slain or removed from the equation.
If you show
It
us.
has been a while. I can only assume that there's no one left to speak for me.
Can you show
But
us?
if the
our
people,
computers?
I was known as a benevolent ruler, from what I've heard, and if the people see me and have proof to believe my claims, they may.
And if they don't?
And if they don't, I will be put to death.
Do you have your items still? Because we,
I do, but they will still think me a mad raving beast.
Well, Your
you-
Highness.
Upon sight.
if you could show us the
Outside.
items, we'll be more. I feel like I'm trusting of you.
Just see
I
what
understand, but maybe my
got you.
companions
I got it.
will be more willing to help you in your plight.
Not just that, Your Highness, but we seem to be asking you a lot of questions and not showing you any good favors. The Duke is the one that sent us here.
I know, and that is why I am skeptical. I am hesitant to
He
trust
sent us
you.
to retrieve your crown and your heirlooms.
And slay me, no doubt.
Which would have been something we would already attempted to do, would we not? What would be the point of hearing you out, standing here and wasting time when we
That's-
could be
There have been
much
others who-
That's
closer?
not. That's not the point I'm trying to get at. My point is, why would he send us to finish the job if we've already been kicked out?
He probably wants the crown.
Does the crown hold
And
some other?
he wants the crown and the other heirlooms as well.
It's for his bald
No
spot.
doubt.
But if he would hire so many,
Bald.
if he would hire so many hunters to do something like this,
It's
then
less
those
about...
heirlooms aren't just something that are
No, they're one of a
family
kind.
possessions.
Truly one of a kind.
What do you mean by one of a kind? Do they have some otherworldly power? Perception check. He's definitely lying about something.
He's not lying. He just isn't telling you.
You might not know.
Lie of omission.
I see you're hesitant. So I won't press any
need to
further.
know I can trust you.
What can I do?
Fetch quest!
God, no, please.
No, there's no fetch quest.
I agree with my friend Salim here. What can we do to prove our loyalty?
Has dropping our weapons and coming to meet you with our causes laid bare not enough, sir?
I'll take out my letter from the Duke,
Okay.
and I will give it to.
You'll burn it right in front of him.
I'll give it.
Blow fire.
I'll give it to
Burn it.
We swear
Sir
fealty
Mungie?
to you.
Okay. Mugu.
Sir Mugu.
Mugu takes
I
it.
feel like we're bringing back Aslan to Narnia.
What do I do with this?
Kind of.
Show it to your king. Show him the Duke did send us, and we've encountered a lot of other issues.
He walked up to him. What other issues have you? He's holding the letter. And it, he's like holding it with like his...
His little tiny hand.
Got anthrax.
We were told that goblins ruled the forest that we were traveling in, and then we came across other adventurers that were hired to scare
Not
people away.
goblins.
The ear hunters.
Not goblins.
That were blaming goblins
Ear
for
hunters,
crime.
yes. They work with the Duke.
So we've come across a lot of issues that just show that the Duke hasn't told us everything.
No, certainly not. He has been claiming that goblins are causing danger and havoc across this land, but we do nothing of the sort. I have trained these goblins myself in order to make them honorable, to make them respect one another,
They're
and
very
respect
honorable.
those around them.
Mugu deserves a promotion. He's a good guy.
He's already been promoted. Mugu nods. I can only hope that you all... What do you want to say?
I was going to say, I walk to the front of the group and I say, I will gladly put my life on the line to show you that this group means what they say and that we hate the Duke, and the idea of having the kingdom's rightful, king in place would be more than we could hope for.
I see.
Anything that I can do, any symbolic action, I will gladly do.
Kill the Duke!
I do not wish harm upon those of my town, not even the Duke. I want him to learn the error of his ways naturally. If you all truly could find a way to cure my ailment,
Could I also bleh to him the nature of my goddess of balance ambassadorship?
you can't blab
I
that. You
don't
have
think
to
we've
be
heard
specific.
that before. So
Oh yeah, nobody else knows.
You have to be specific.
Well,
Okay.
the party hasn't heard it, so...
A long time ago, in the forest outside my village, I was approached by an antlered goddess. No, I'm sorry. An antlered beast that approached me and told me about the Order of Balance.
Yes.
And I was made a champion of that order. And since then, I've wanted to go to exact situations like this and restore balance. This is what I want to do. I would be more than happy to help you with any of these issues.
Salute.
I do
What is the
believe
name of
that
your goddess?
Julie Andrews.
I forgot, it's been so long.
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon.
Let's see. I actually think it's in here.
Right on your sheet.
Actually, didn't you make up the name?
Yeah, you gave us names for our gods.
Yeah, I don't have it in here because you wrote it.
Hashiwaba.
If he doesn't have it anymore, then no one has it.
Her name is Princess Zelda.
I still have the name you gave my god.
Yeah, remember, for whatever reason, my
I don't remember what I named it.
my whole bio sheet got lost, remember?
Yeah, that was me.
Just text her.
Cassian Xena.
Just Cass. His name's on vacation.
Stop. Don't talk about that stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I need a name.
Hashiwaba.
Rowan.
The goddess Rowan.
Julian Dro.
Juliandro?
Juliandro.
That's Juliandro. Okay.
That's
Sounds a
me.
little bit close
Write
to
it down.
Julian.
She looks like Juliandro
I'm
with
a
antlers.
goddess.
So,
And a beard and glasses.
Juliandro.
I'm gonna make it really weird, like Azul, Azul,
Oh my god. Just fucking World of Warcraft.
EY,
Make it no
Separate
phones.
the
And-
syllables. Azul,
Dro,
Leandro. You can like separate.
Azuliandro.
So it sounds like
Sure.
Sounds like
Juliandro.
Sure.
sounds like Julian is a drow.
Do you think there might be a ritual you could do, commune with your deity and cure me?
I think, as you said earlier, restoring the natural balance would be the cure.
I don't understand.
I think if we take action and we try to put you back where you belong, in the seat of the throne, then you will return to your state.
Like if I physically make it back to the throne and...
It's not physically. It's not where you're going. It's how you get there. The journey there will lead you back to yourself.
Everyone's like, what?
I can attempt to commune with him tonight if you would let us stay here.
Of course. Very well. I will do this.
Thank you.
You may stay.
May I see... What's his name? What was the goblin's name?
Mugu.
No,
His
the
friend?
one that I
Auric?
wrestled.
Gary.
Auric.
Gary.
Stop.
Send for
Fucking
Auric.
Gary.
And then Mugu runs out.
Can one of them be named Gary, please?
Ricky.
No.
Why?
So, he says, do you have a symbol of your deity?
I hold out... Well, it was on my staff. So,
Oh.
I point to the guy who has our weapons.
As Mugu's leaving. Get his staff as well. He's like, yeah. He runs out.
I get in my bag and I hook the scales back onto the staff.
He brings it back and he brings Auric back with him.
Okay. So I take the staff
This is all
and
his
I'll put the
stuff. He
scales
just brings
back
all
on
your
it.
stuff back.
Okay.
Everyone's stuff? Yeah.
No, just his stuff.
Okay. So I get my staff back. I put the scales on it and I set it like standing up and it just does.
Okay.
So that's the cool thing that my staff does on its own.
It stands.
It's so balanced that I could just set it
Fucking
down.
Moses.
It's perfect. Fucking Moses.
It only does that
Moses.
if I put the scales on.
Yeah. So it stands there, and
And it's antlers on top. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
as
Yo-
you
Yo-
do,
Johann
as you
is pretty
do
mace.
this, you stand it, and the second that you put it into the ground and you leave it there for a second, you feel a pulsation from it.
I look back at it.
It pulsates, and you all feel like just a very brief but like rumble within you. As it hits the king, he starts convulsing and he's just throwing up this green
Oh God.
slime until it starts to turn black.
Can I like move it?
Yeah, you move it.
I want to
The
turn.
second
it
that you move it, he stops. These symptoms stop.
What the hell?
I'm very sorry. I don't know why I did that.
I don't either. I've never felt it that way before.
Can someone do like a medicine check and arcana check to see if he's like
Yeah.
that's
Why don't
killing
you
him?
Just do it.
What do you want to do?
I wanna-
You can choose to do whatever you want to do.
I would like to nature check it.
Okay.
Because that's kind of the concept of it. Where is my D20? There it is.
Also, Rowan dismisses any sort of reverberation as magnetic energy, as she
Nature.
doesn't believe in gods.
10.
She doesn't believe in gods.
10.
Okay. You don't know.
I'm just a little thrown back.
I'm gonna check for arcanas. And that's 13.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an arcana check just to see if it's like it's killing him.
Okay.
Any kind of opposing magic. Oh, nope. I got 10.
You don't mean to know. You just know that whatever happened was bad.
I
Worse
am-
than what you saw before.
I'm sorry. It has never done that before.
I've never felt that before. I don't know if that is a good thing or not. The orc is like wiping, like he's pulling out like rags to wipe him. Just he's like a roll of paper towels.
I'm going to take a guess that whatever curse you were put under it can only be lifted by the spellcaster.
I was told that only true love's kiss could cure it, but my true love is was the queen, and she is dead. Unfortunately, I know within my heart that I will never love the same way.
My hand goes back down.
I was told that was the only way.
True love can be found in other forms.
I want to give my staff
I
back to the guard as like a token of like I'm not gonna use
Sure,
it
Mugu.
again. Don't worry.
Mugu takes it. He like hesitantly like,
He's like, stick of power.
but Oric's standing there.
Strong stick.
What?
I had a gift for
He
you,
looks-
but now seems like a bad time.
What is it?
I reach for the short sword that
Okay.
Mugu has, and I present it to him like, you fought well,
He takes it.
but you need to be better in tight spots.
Thank you. He looks at it. Thank you. He holds out his hand.
His little
I
goblin
slap
hand.
it like,
He
Like a cool
holds
high
out his
five.
hand. He like glances over at the king, and the king like nods at him.
okay. I shake his hand.
He seems like oh.
Like the king taught him how to shake hands.
This is the one you
Am I
told me
doing
to
it
do,
right,
right?
Dad?
And
This
then
is
he,
it. This is my moment.
and then he takes the sword and he looks up. He looks down, looks up at you. He looks happy, and he walks away.
Yay, we got a friend. Someone has a
goblins.
friend.
I apologize to the king
Oh.
again.
Idea.
Yeah.
Hold on, she's a question for the king now.
Okay.
So you said true love.
Yes.
Okay.
Only the kiss of my wife.
Does it have to be a kiss, or did you misinterpret that?
They said
Could it be you truly love being king, and you truly love being on your
it was
proper
very,
throne?
very literal.
Like
True
with
love's
tongue
kiss.
and everything.
True love. I don't know.
Everything's
True love's
starting to make
kiss.
sense.
And when I heard of this, and when the count heard of this, that was when he had her killed.
He had her killed?
Yes, he knew that.
I still believe
That's right.
that whoever casted it should be able to uncast it.
There's no way to know where. This world is far too large, and
Do
he
we
is.
know of any necromancers?
I was gonna say, does anyone know
Didn't you guys
warlock?
say that you met the queen?
We did.
We saw her spirit. Her spirit still resides inside your castle.
What?
Yes.
Apparition.
He looks shocked.
A ghostly vision of your wife appeared before us. I don't know how.
It
But
could
she
be
did.
some remaining energy force of hers. She might not be dead herself. She could be trapped.
No, she is certainly dead.
How did
Sure
she?
about
How did she
that.
die?
Was it triple tap, or
What?
You gotta double tap zombies.
You said you killed
Yeah.
her yourself.
No,
This is correct.
they killed her.
And do you know how?
Did you witness this?
I do know how, and believe me, she is
Very dead.
very dead.
So no chance
Yeah,
of
but
getting
could
a
you be
kiss
sure?
from that.
No,
Oh, good,
certainly
so.
not. He looks forlorn.
I'm sorry, Grace.
Who's Lauren?
He looks forlorn. Lauren!
The goblin.
Lauren.
It's just a normal goblin.
Little
Just a
goblin.
normal goblin walks
Long,
out. No, just a normal goblin. I'm Lauren.
Is that how Lauren talks?
That's all goblins talk.
So, are you going to commune with your god then?
You tried. Look what happened.
If that's what happened just then, I'm kind of afraid to.
I will try anything.
Would you rather I did it in maybe a separate room to find out first if it?
I don't
would work?
know. How does that sort of thing work for you?
Well, I need to meditate and wait
I feel
Until
if we rest and think
the
on
energy
it.
approaches me.
Very well. We will give you
I've-
lodgings and food.
I've
as
never
well.
done it out of the forest, so
Should we go to the forest then?
That might be best.
again, I don't know how safe it is for you to be around it. So maybe
Freaking goblin army.
Maybe you
No,
should-
I do have a secret passageway into the forest if in emergencies we need to use it.
Well, think of it this way, Your Highness. Why don't we have him convene with his god first, and then we return to you with answers?
This seems to be a wise.
This
of
is the
action.
most prudent.
While he does that, whatever that is, do you have a library?
Yes.
I will study and try to figure out a real cure for his ailment. Because this God stuff, I don't know about it. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm just saying, I'm
The
educated.
king looks at you and he looks at her.
all we have is Soul Eater Knot.
I'll accept any help I can get, I suppose. The library is not very extensive though. It's only what we've
Well, this is just a question for you.
Okay.
Can druids convene with other members of their circle? Can they like send out a call to their circle members? Like maybe like
I'll
a
say
bird.
that she does not know. If she could do that, she would not know how to do that.
Can she like figure out how to do that? Like
Well,
if
level
she's gonna
30.
go study
She
for
has
spells, then
she has
can.
no way to figure it out. Unfortunately, that's kind of like
Well,
Nereza's doesn't have the.
Because that's kind of
resources
like
to know
Animal
that.
Messenger, just on a larger scale.
talk to the worms.
You can talk to animals.
Yeah, she
but
can go
all I'm-
talk to. If they're all going out to the woods, she can just go with them and find an animal.
You certainly you're allowed to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to the library. Mm-hmm. Whoever wishes to stay and eat and rest may do so.
I think I could do that after trying
well.
to convene.
So, would you like us to send an envoy with you for safety?
I'll go with him.
We have Randy.
Merrick's like grumbles.
I'll take Johan and Auric. And whoever else wants to go, but
Oric says, "Oh, okay.
if that's
Sir
okay.
Mugu?
I should stay."
Okay.
Mugu says. So Payless, where are you going?
I'm going to stay here in this lovely fortress, and I'd like to know a bit more about your people.
It's good stuff.
Very well. And Merrick
Payless.
says, "I will stay with you."
No, Randy, you're coming.
Unless
with
you
me.
want to go instead of Johan.
No,
and you can
Randy.
see it happen.
No persuasion check.
I don't believe this is gonna happen at all.
Make a
I
roll
don't
persuasion
think so.
check to try and get Merrick to go with you.
I have a few words if it doesn't work anyway.
Rowan.
Yeah.
Dude! Wait, I want to use an inspiration point. I
No,
want
I'll
Randy
say
to...
you have disadvantage already. Don't use your inspiration. Don't waste it.
No, I
Alright.
love him.
My
So-
friend Merrick, for one, we are paying you, so you have to do what we say.
Ah.
And two, do you really want to stay here with the goblins? They are not exactly
You're
keen
right.
to hang with them.
Fine. I'll go with you all. So you're going
She
with them.
extends a hand out to Randy.
He kind of like
No. She's gonna
bump.
grab it
she
and
grabs
hold
his. She
it.
grabs his.
She white knuckles his hand. She
Ah.
with the strongest grip,
Ugh.
grabs Randy's hand.
So you all are going out. You're staying and you're staying. All right.
Yeah.
So
I want to see the secret
first,
exit.
as you guys are
Yeah.
leaving, I'm gonna go do your thing first. You are led. Mugu leads you to a small room with multiple bookshelves, but only a few books. There's
I'll
only like
follow.
6 books,
I'll
and they're all
tag
in
along.
terrible
Payless.
condition.
Well, you're
Are
not
there
with-
any
you're not
books
with me
of
right now.
note like that I can discern?
You see that one is a book of learning the language of common. One is a romance
Everybody
novel.
poops.
The romance novel Skeletons Inside Us about skeletons falling in love with humans. It's kind of like Twilight, but with
Yes!
it's Twilight but with skeletons.
Anything else?
And there's
of
a
IKEA manuals.
dictionary,
The Great Gatsby.
kind of like a dictionary and thesaurus kind of put together, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
A brief world history book.
Uh-huh.
And a book on basic magic.
So what's gonna happen is Rowan's gonna look at the books, realize that there's nothing here that's gonna help her in curing the king, but she's too embarrassed to admit that something might happen out in the woods. So she's gonna sit down with that skeleton novel and read it for a while.
Okay.
I would like to submit an idea for now and future campaigns. Goblin furniture should be like IKEA furniture, and they should have little manuals that don't have words, and they're just
Little pictures?
And there's pictures of goblins putting them
Yeah,
together.
happy
They're
little
Swedish.
goblins.
I'll keep
Yeah.
that. I'll keep that.
They're
for,
like
I'll,
Lego
that's-
sets.
I'll note that for in my head.
The next
I'll
goblin
think
has to be
about
called
it.
Carl with a K.
I'll think about it. So you are reading this book, and you realize that you know objectively it is schlocky, but for some reason you can tell that this author knows what he's doing, but chooses not.
This is
to
really
write
fucking
well.
important detail.
It's written by Mordecai
It is
T.
written
Media.
by Mordecai T. Meteor.
God damn
famed
it.
author.
Yes!
Special thanks to
Written on napkins in his spare time.
Yeah, it's basically you know
God.
that you can tell. You know when you read a book and you're like, this could be better, but it's garbage.
Yeah,
That's what you're
schlock.
reading.
Okay, I'm
Okay, so-
enjoying
But it
it.
is quite a page turner.
So before we go, I want to walk over to
Oh,
Peleus.
still not. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I just want to say, Peleus, since we're all gone, might be a good chance for maybe you and Nereza to look into those
Nereza's
other
going with you,
heirlooms.
right?
Nereza's
No,
leaving
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna talk to animals.
Rowan.
What?
Maybe she can get some sort of arcana look at those other heirlooms he speaks of. But if
That was the
don't
intention.
break the trust though.
Of course not.
Okay.
I know my way around these nobles. It'll be
All right,
fine.
so-
thank you, sir.
You guys are all going out.
We're
You-
splitting the D&D party.
That's fine. This is a
alright.
difficult split. So you guys are heading out.
It's not like a 5 split.
Yeah, 5 ways.
Orc turns to you all. Are you sure you don't want to rest now? Are you all okay?
I think we should take
Is it dangerous out there?
a short rest.
It could be. There
We
are
can
people
take a
hunting
short
us, remember?
rest.
I think we should take a short rest and just recuperate our thoughts.
Will do.
Right.
I guess.
Then come over
I guess
here.
we will hang out in the dining hall.
He
or
leads you
whatever
to the
then.
mess hall,
Okay.
and you guys sit down, and he goes and he motions for... He tells one of the goblins to bring food out. You guys are treated to lamb stew.
Better than I eat.
They
in
ain't got
real
chicken,
life.
but they got
Lamb
lambs.
stew.
Lamb stew with bread and ale.
Is there butter on the bread?
Can
Go
we not talk
butter.
about food?
There's
please?
no, like I said,
Listen, buddy.
There's
There's
no-
cows.
there's
Just
no
like-
seasoning. There's
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
there's
Okay,
it's
fair.
it is like
bland.
a facsimile, like a basic rendition of what
I
they
just
think a
want
nice
food.
meal
It
is.
is edible.
It is definitely edible, but it doesn't.
I
it,
want
doesn't it tastes
fresco
bland.
milk.
Yeah, it's edible.
But they tried their best. And then when Orc gets his, he eats it. It's so good.
Poor guy.
He
He doesn't know taste.
Orc, my friend, what if I told you we can make this food better?
No, impossible.
Why does the orc sound like that? Before he had a deep voice.
It's
That's
Oric.
the Oric.
Oric.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, not the Orc. Oric. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Orc is still with the.
See, that's why his name should have been Gary. No confusion.
Anyway, so
Starts with a G.
Yeah.
food is this is the best food. Better than flesh.
Really?
Yes.
What if I
It
told
is
you there was
flesh.
this thing called seasoning?
Wait, what?
It is
But it is flesh. Animals have flesh too.
It's different.
Alright, focus.
Sorry.
Focus. What if I told you there's something
Everybody
called
flushes.
seasoning for foods to make the flavor stronger?
That's a. I've heard of it before.
If I come across some, it's yours, my friend.
The side quest opened.
Well,
Break the rocks. Get
like
the salt.
I have a new recipe.
herbs and spices.
Yes.
I've heard of that before.
The spice
Have you ever
must
heard of
flow.
salt and pepper?
Yes. But I never
And
thought
whale oil.
it could be better than what it is.
Trust me,
After
Oric.
Some
with the
adobo?
drunken
He like
oil.
puts a spoon down and he looks down. He's having an existential crisis right now.
I shatter his world.
You guys are eating your food and
Okay.
you're resting. Anyway, Peleus and Roan, what are you doing?
Well, she's reading Skeleton, the book.
Skeletons inside us.
So she's gonna like enjoy the
Volume
book.
one.
I imagine that she's gotten like halfway through it because
I
she's
imagine
really
she reads
fast.
fairly fast. She's almost done with
So
it.
I'm
she's
just-
almost done with it, but she's gonna
the
fall
map
asleep
again?
while reading it
behind
because she's really
On the
tired.
back page.
So she's just
There are
gonna be
loose
like the
ones
book is gonna be
and-
like on her
Yeah,
face.
Julian, I got one.
And she's
You
gonna
don't
be
have
leaning
one
back in
back?
her chair.
So, Peleus,
All
what are
right.
you gonna do?
I want to take a look at that history book. Can you tell me, or can I tell if it's written from the point of view of a certain country or not?
It is a brief history of Pinecrest, and it is dated before you presume the king to have been chased out of town.
Okay, but everything up until then is
So
pretty.
Everything's
it's
pretty
about
basic.
his reign then.
Okay.
His reign is involved in that history.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember.
And those before him.
The Duke
Yeah.
is a foreigner, right?
It doesn't say anything about the Duke in it.
Doesn't say anything about the Duke. Okay, so it's pretty recent. Can I check to see what like their major conflicts are, as far as like their enemies or?
You know that at one point they were warring with Alatheus.
Okay.
They have grown more amicable, but Alatheus still wants to capture that territory and integrate it into its own. Stop it! I'm giving pertinent information. You guys are.
Yeah, what do you-
I'm not in the room.
Yeah.
So you're on mic. You're on mic.
So
Anyway, so
anyway.
you can tell that it's what, like I said, Alatheus wants to capture that territory for itself, but Pinecrest
Is
holds back.
Pinecrest pretty pessimistic about their point of view? Or not really? I don't think so, because Alatheus is split up.
Pinecrest is kind of like they want to hold on to their culture and their territory,
Okay.
so they are not giving in.
Is there a significant difference between the cultures?
They're fairly similar, like
Okay.
America and
Well,
Canada.
we're gonna hold on to our culture.
I think America
It's exactly
and
the
Canada.
same.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're not trying to take over Canada.
No,
so.
but it's like if we were.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, I know
Kinda.
what you mean.
It's like they more like not being
I
Alatheus.
have no point of reference, but I know exactly.
Megan,
what
give
you
me your
mean.
phone. Give me your phone.
No.
Give it to me. Come on.
Say please.
Please give it to me. So, yeah.
Pinecrest.
Pinecrest is
And Alatheus, okay.
and Alatheus. Alatheus wants to capture Pinecrest and mostly every territory,
Okay.
as you already know from your history background.
Yeah, I know the history-wise, but I just wanted to double-check Pinecrest's
It does go
position.
into brief detail about how Pinecrest, in particular, and their government is more focused on sourcing the lineage of dragons and like the lost chromatic. Like, if you all remember from your basic world overview, is that the dragons are missing, or the metal dragons are, the gold,
The
silver, blah blah blah.
Metal dragons are
Metallic
missing.
ones.
They're missing, and there have been more attempts in trying to find traces of young dragons. Like some dragons that may have been born more recently, instead of trying to find the old wise sage dragons, or trying to, stuff like that. They're doing their own. They're working very hard to try and find out what's going on with that.
Okay.
Whereas,
Is this interest fairly prominent all the way up until the king?
it's you can just tell that, like, yes, it's a prominent feature in the history of this region.
But it didn't, like, the interest didn't die out. It's been always consistent up
Yeah.
until the present. Okay.
Yes. And the current king kept with that tradition
Okay.
as well. And that is the one thing of note that you've seen.
Okay.
Alright, so what do you do?
Well, that probably took a second to peruse. So, I guess you can move on to Rowan.
Rowan's
Because
asleep.
we're...
You see that she's fallen asleep.
she got bored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look on my face.
Oh, look in your face.
So
Okay.
you gonna do anything?
I'm going to...
Eat lunch with
Let me
us.
check my intelligence.
Eat lunch.
What's the king doing? I'm gonna go back to the throne room.
Okay. You go back to the throne room and the door's closed.
I'm gonna knock.
Okay. The orc answers. Oh, yes.
I'd like to speak with your king, if you don't mind.
He turns back. Very well. He opens the door. You walk back in. The king's the king seats himself back up in his throne. Yes. Yes.
I know we're still sorting out all of this business with your condition, but
Yes.
As
Were the
far-
books helpful at all?
well, not particularly, but I can give you... Yeah, so I have one of our party members looking into it, and...
The camera cuts to Rowan
Sleeping,
sleeping
yeah.
on the floor.
There's drool on the pages.
She'll find something eventually. Like you said, it's not particularly extensive.
Snores loudly.
Sorry.
It's fine. You don't have much access over here in your area
I do not know.
because of your, dethroning,
Yes,
which is a shame.
it is.
And that's why I'm coming to you. In case our group's motivations did not seem particularly focused, I do want to assure you that we have every intention to bring you back to the throne.
I appreciate that.
It's in the best interest of more than just our group.
I genuinely, I thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I had something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember.
Now give me all your money.
Yeah, I'm waiting
If
for
it-
Jasper or something.
If it does
That's,
not trouble you at all, if there's a chance that I can take a look at your heirlooms, just to see if there's anything in particular about them that would help us in breaking the curse, there might be some connection.
I need to take extra precautions. I need to know that I can trust you.
You can have your guard watch over me, that's fine.
He nods at the orc, and the orc walks out, and he brings back two more orcs.
Okay.
And these orcs are, you can tell they're full orcs. So usually they're hairier, they're less human-like in their appearance than half orcs would be.
Okay.
But they're not savage-like. Their hair seems
Dignified.
to be their hair seems to be combed, groomed. They don't smell bad.
Okay.
And they're wearing the chainmail armor, and they have spears and shields. And he says, "Take him to the treasure."
Alright.
And you are led you're led to the door that's behind him. And in it, you see that there's this very large bedroom with a huge bed in it.
Very tiny
But
little
the
cursed
bed
king.
is the bed. You can tell the sheets are washed, but still stained with the green sludge. There is a chest at the foot of the bed. It is a pure black, completely like a symmetrical chest.
Okay.
On top of it is a small crown, like a normal crown for a king.
I'm assuming it says, yeah.
And you hear like behind you like this thud as he like slides off the throne and like hobbles behind
Oh, he's
you.
hanging out in the room.
He comes behind you and he says, "That is the crown and the chest. if you'll excuse me. And he
Sure.
tries to wait for you guys to make room for him to walk through. And he just like hobbles over. And
How tall is he in this form?
He's pretty tall.
Okay. Oh, he's big. Okay.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
The
door is big.
I still thought he was a little guy. I don't know why.
What were you saying? He's like, he was
I think like the cursed king
He's like
from
the
Dragon's
Hobbit.
Quest.
Well, he's like the Hobbit.
little-
No, yeah, like the little. No, he's not like that.
I'm
like
beautiful.
the Goblin King from the Hobbit movie.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
he's
know.
that-
I forgot.
But he hobbles behind you and he crouches down as best as he can. And he says, "I would appreciate if you did not tell your friends about this. I'm trusting you with this so that you may gain some information from it.
Sure.
But I need to know that I can trust them before I show them." And he goes and he opens the chest, and you see what appears to be a scaly golden egg.
Oh boy. It's as I feared.
This is a very important heirloom. My father, before me, has held on to it, and he's entrusted it with me.
Is his name King Daenerys?
No.
I'm not talking about it
Really
anymore.
quick, Johan, what color is your?
Actually, sorry,
dragon?
it's not golden, it's silver.
Silver.
It is silver, yeah.
A good dragon. They're the nice
brass.
boys.
Gold's
Your brass.
good, too.
Okay.
I don't know
Let's
what's
just double
happening.
check.
I
But
don't
silver
know.
is like the friendliest.
We're not done.
Wait, no, was it silver or gold?
Yeah, silver is definitely.
No, I'm trying to remember which one what color I made it.
Platinum.
It is silver. Yeah, it's silver.
Diamond
Okay.
dragon.
Is that
Or
it?
diamond dragons.
That's the only thing in the box.
That's all. It's got like a little cushion around it. It looks very nice. But yeah, that's all that's on it.
Very
probably
nice.
And he closes it and he
cushion.
locks it back up and he whispers something. And you just...
Do I hear that?
Oh, okay.
It-
Try hearing what he said.
Okay, perception check. You see, he just whispered something under his breath and you hear like the...
Okay.
I have been tasked to take this to a certain location for its safety, but I cannot make it in my current state, and I do not have the resources.
Well, we're going to try everything we can to make sure that's possible.
I certainly hope so. Please keep my secret.
Of course.
And at that, we will stop.
Dragon eggs.
I didn't hear any of that, so
you just said it.
solid.